Gotta love the Bulldog on the hood. Hey everybody, it's John again from Gasper's Automotive Restoration. We've got our next truck out of the shop. This 1946 Mack from North Madison, Connecticut. It's really awesome and I want to show it to you. Okay everybody, here is North Madison's 1946 Mack Type 45 fire engine. This is a really cool truck. It's original paint. The gold leaf was redone a couple years ago, I think last year, by a local artist. That's the only thing that's been done to this cosmetically. Everything else is as you see from the years of age and what's been done to it by the fire department. That's it. It's never been repainted, which is really cool because this paint is going to come back. We're going to bring this truck back here next year and we're going to go through and do a full patina restoration on this thing. It's going to look really nice. We're going to bring back the shine of that paint and this thing's going to be a real showpiece when we get done. Their 100th anniversary is coming up in 2025, so we want to make sure it is parade ready and ready to go for the big town celebration. So let's check out what we did here. We did a lot of stuff on this truck. Some of the stuff you're not going to be able to see. First of all, we did a complete brake job from front to back. When I say complete, I mean complete. We took the brakes off all the way right to the backing plates. We took the vacuum booster and the vacuum booster switch out. Excuse me, just the this has a hydrovac on it. We took out the hydrovac and got that rebuilt. We removed all the brake lines and replaced them with copper nickel, and so the brakes on this truck are completely new. Everything's really nice, new seals, everything. So it stops just like it did from the factory. Let's go check out inside here. We did a lot of wiring on this truck, just wiring repairs. We didn't redo the wiring on the whole truck, but the customer didn't have the budget for that, but they wanted to get the wiring fixed so that everything worked. And we've got everything working on this. Let's just check out the lights here. We've got the siren light going here. This is a Model 20 siren light. This is a really common one. And this did not work, so we got this all flashing really nice. And we also got this emergency light up here working now. This light, I forgot which brand it is. It looks like Trippe. T-R-I-P-P-E. That's one I'm not familiar with. This is the first time I've ever seen one. I thought that was from the 60s. It's not. It's from the 40s. And it's really cool. It's plastic with a plastic lens on the front and on the top. Climb up here and I'll show you. Sorry about the rain, everybody. It's inclement weather here in Connecticut, but we got this thing working. Jim put this together in the shop. He fixed the plastic here. Did a bang-up job on this, and we polished. We bought a plastic polishing kit. I'll include that in the description for polishing this plastic. It really came out nice. We polished the housing, put it back on with a new gasket. It's like brand new, and it even has the original bulb inside, which is extra cool. It's a huge, looks like Thomas Edison made it himself. So that's really cool. We got all the lights working, and we have the interior here. The seat was in pretty bad shape. At least the driver's seat cushion was in bad shape, but it really all needed to be redone. And we had a local gentleman here in the area do the upholstery here. Ken Nadeau just does fantastic work. He's an artist, and this just came out absolutely beautiful. This is the original color it's supposed to be, or at least as absolutely close as we could get to the original color. It's really, really nice and very comfortable to sit on. They look beautiful, so everybody's going to enjoy that. And we did a new windshield in here, brand new windshield glass. So we took this out, brought this to Manchester Glass. This was really, really nice. Came out beautiful. We didn't have to re-chrome or repair the windshield frame, which is rare. Usually these things are rusted away, rotted out. This truck's really been well taken care of. And we got the headlights going and the running lights, all that stuff. The cooling system was working okay, but we wanted to make sure that they didn't have a problem in the parade with a popped radiator. These hood openers, they are tough to get open. I guess you know that the hood's not going to flop open on you while you're driving along. So in here we did a lot of work. We went through the radiator. We had that record completely brand new. We repainted all the shields, everything. We had the water pump completely rebuilt and new belt, painted everything in here. We had the generator completely redone. Again, the generator worked, but it hasn't had anything done to it since 1946. Just because it's working doesn't mean you shouldn't have it serviced. If it's never been done, it's the time to do it. It's this old. It's a 75, almost 80-year-old truck. It needs to have service. And we also had the regulator done. Of course, you have to have that done when you hit with your generator so they can test it and make sure everything's working right. So that's all set. The original wiring right here is in pretty good shape, but it's crispy a little bit, but it's decent. It's not where I'd be worried about it right this minute, but in the next 5 to 7 years, this should probably be replaced with a brand new harness. And the engine itself. Now, I had said this was a Continental, and the reason I said that is because it has a center distributor here, but this is a Mack engine, and I slipped up there and said that. Continental is usually the only one that you see the distributor in the middle like this, and this one is Mack. If there's a Mack expert out there that wants to correct me on that and tell me that this is a different engine, it's a Lycoming or something, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not that big on Macks, but this is a really nice flathead. It runs great, and it does have the center distributor, so that's where that is. If you know what it is, let us know. And we did a new radiator cap, radiator hoses, oil change, and we actually painted the engine here. We painted everything because the engine was so just covered in surface rust and flaking paint. It looked terrible. We just wanted to go through and do a nice quick cleanup on it and make it look nice. We didn't spend a huge amount of time on it and go crazy. We just wire wheeled it really good and masked it off, painted it, and used some engine paint. It came out really nice. So that's the power plant here. Let's go check out the other side. There's not a lot going on over here, but we did clean up that engine. And as part of the cooling system, we did replace these heater core lines. This does have a heater in it, and so we replaced all these, even put the original covers back over it. And we also had the magneto redone down here. And it might be hard to see, but the magneto's right down there and it bolts in here. The magneto is a real pain. It's very difficult to mount in here and get it lined up correctly and timed with the engine, but we got it right. And we did all new spark plug wires for everything. The ignition, we did the distributor completely over, and we redid the cap, restored that, and all new lines. And this thing runs really good. We actually reused the spark plugs. There's no reason to replace them. They were in great shape. They weren't that old, and we cleaned them up, gapped them, and put them back in. They work wonderful. And this thing runs like a sewing machine. So that is North Madison's 1946 Mack. I hope you guys enjoy this. Remember, like, subscribe, and keep that old iron running.